Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into the profound practice of awareness training. Our sources suggest this isn't just about, managing daily stress. It seems to go much deeper.
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking fundamentally resolving afflictions, cutting off ignorance, purifying these deep-seated patterns. They call them karmic seeds.
That's right, karmic seeds.
Yeah.
And it's all aimed at returning to your pure self-nature, realizing the wisdom of emptiness and, well, ultimately achieving enlightenment or Buddhahood.
A huge goal.
It is. But what's really fascinating is that all this transformative training, it really revolves around just one core principle.
Which is?
Consistently staying aware, residing in the present moment, and not falling into duality. It's fundamentally about how our internal states, right now, actually shape our entire reality.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. How do our everyday emotions, the ones we feel, hour by hour, how do they connect to something as profound as these karmic seeds and the whole cycle of existence?
Well, the sources highlight that the most effective way to deal with negative emotions isn't to fight them, but to simply remain in non-dual awareness.
Non-dual awareness. What does that feel like?
Think of it like observing emotions as they come up, but without immediately slapping a good or bad label on them, or reacting with like or dislike.
So it's just watching.
Yeah, kind of like watching clouds pass in the sky. You don't try to grab them or push them away. You just observe. And doing this prevents those emotions from generating new negative karma.
Ah, okay.
And crucially, it stops them from becoming these karmic seeds, these ingrained patterns or impulses that get stored in what's called the eighth alaya consciousness.
The eighth alaya consciousness, like a deep memory bank.
Sort of, yeah. Imagine a deep reservoir holding all past experiences and future potentials. These seeds get stored there.
So if these seeds are constantly being planted, why is purifying them so critical for, our experience?
Because these karmic seeds are seen as the primary cause, the engine, really, of our cycle of rebirth or samsara.
Samsara.
And here's where it gets really interesting. The 6 realms of existence, hell, hungry ghost, animal, human, ozura, heaven.
Yeah.
They aren't necessarily external places you go after you die. According to these sources, they are direct manifestations of these unpurified karmic seeds right here within our own eighth alaya consciousness.
Whoa. So internal states.
Exactly. When these seeds are completely purified, these realms, these states simply cease to appear. The whole structure dissolves.
That's a really powerful idea. So what does this actually look like day to day? How does this play out for us?
Well, the sources map it out pretty clearly. Different negative emotions correspond to specific karmic seeds that lead to these internal realms.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, so say anger, resentment, always criticizing things. These tend to accumulate seeds that manifest as inner states like a hell realm, inner turmoil, maybe even disturbing dreams reflecting that.
Makes sense.
Or greed and that constant feeling of unsatisfied desire. That links to a hungry ghost realm state where you just always feel like you need more, you're insatiable.
I can see that.
And things like ignorance, confusion, uncertainty. Those are seeds for an animal realm state, feeling trapped, lost, kind of mentally foggy.
And even positive seeming things.
Right. Even what looks positive on the surface, like, say, excessive pleasure-seeking, chasing highs all the time, that connects to a heavenly realm state. But ironically, that can actually hinder real awareness.
How so?
Because you might get complacent, It often stops us from learning from life's difficulties, which are actually important teachers on the path.
So this isn't just some abstract thing for the afterlife. It sounds like we're literally cycling through these realms, these states, right now, every day.
Exactly. The text says quite explicitly, we are daily living up and down in the 6 realms. A moment of pure happiness, you're in a heavenly state. A flash of intense anger, boom, a hellish state, feeling totally lost. Animal realm.
Wow.
As long as these negative emotional patterns are running the show, we are constantly fluctuating within these internal realms. It's happening all the time.
Okay. So given how powerful this connection is, how do these teachings suggest we actually start to shift this pattern? How do we break free?
The key, the solution offered, is maintaining that crucial awareness by immediately resting in non-dual awareness whenever these states arise.
Back to non-duality, remind me again.
Non-duality just means no opposition, no separation in how you're perceiving things. Our true nature, the sources say, is inherently non-discriminating. It doesn't automatically divide things into me versus other, like versus dislike.
Okay.
It's when our consciousness falls into that comparative thinking, I want this, I hate that, That's when duality gets created. That's split.
So importantly, it's not about suppressing emotions then. Like, we don't have to stop feeling joy or sorrow or worry.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Definitely not. All emotions are perfectly acceptable. They're natural human experiences. The key is simply to remain aware and non-dual as they arise.
Just letting them be without getting tangled.
Exactly. Allowing them to pass through without clinging to the pleasant ones or pushing away the unpleasant ones. That's what prevents them from hardening into new negative karmic seeds.
And if we do that consistently,
When all these accumulated karmic seeds are purified through this sustained awareness, the eighth alaya consciousness itself transforms. And the whole dream of samsara, this endless cycle of reactivity and suffering, it just disappears.
it dissolves.
Yeah. This continuous cultivation of awareness, this non-dual presence, that is the path. The direct path to complete enlightenment, to Buddhahood. It's a training that ideally even extends into our sleep.
Truly waking up then.
Truly awakening from what the texts call the great dream of ignorance and rebirth.
Yes. So if our daily emotional landscape is this constant dance through these inner realms,
Yeah.
what does truly waking up from that dream of samsara really mean for how you live, well, this very moment, right now?